ndikulandireni pano pa Parliament Broadcasting lero lachinayi pa 23 July 2026. dzina langa ndi Rachel Gonani. tikupitiliza kupatsirani tsatanetsatane wa zokambirana za aphungu zomwe ndi zachitatu mu mkumano wa namba 52 wa nyumba ya malamulo. malingana ndi ndondomeko yoyendetsera zokambirana za aphungu nyumba ya malamulo lero ikuonetsa kuti aphungu ayamba zokambirana zawo pofunsa mafunso kupita ku maunduna osiyanasiyana. ena mwa maunduna omwe akuyembekezeka kuyankha mafunso ndi unduna woona za chinyamata, za masewero ndi chikhalidwe, unduna woona za mayendedwe ndi ntchito za boma, komanso unduna woona za chitetezo cha mdziko. ndondomeko ikusonyezanso kuti aphungu oyimirira madera a Salima Central West, Mwanza Central komanso Lilongwe Msinja South afunsa mafunso kwa nduna motsogozedwa ndi gawo 69 la malamulo oyendetsera zokambirana za aphungu nyumba ya malamulo. tikuyembekezanso kuti phungu wa dera la Lilongwe Msinja South abweretsa nkhani ziwiri zofunika ku dziko motsogozedwa ndi gawo 14 la malamulo oyendetsera zokambirana za aphungu a nyumba ya malamulo. ndipo phungu wa dera la Kasungu Central akuyembekezeka kufunsa funso nyumbayi kupita ku unduna woona za maphunziro, science ndi technology motsogozedwa ndi gawo 13 la malamulo oyendetsera zokambirana za aphungu. lero pokhala lachinayi tsiku lomwe aphungu amatsogolera zokambirana nyumba ya malamulo Private Members Day, ndondomeko yoyendetsera zokambiranayi ikusonyeza kuti mnyumbamo mubwera kalata ya madandaulo kuchokera kwa phungu. ndipo phungu wa dera la Lilongwe Chiwamba abweretsa pempho mnyumbayi pansi pa Private Members Business komanso kukhala malipoti angapo kuchokera m'madera osiyanasiyana omwe aphungu amayimirira. kumbali ya boma, ndondomeko yoyendetsera zokambirana za aphunguyi ikusonyeza kuti maunduna awiri apereka malipoti a maunduna awo, ndipo maunduna awa ndi unduna woona za mayendedwe ndi ntchito za boma komanso unduna woona kuti pasamakhale kusiyana pa ntchito pakati pa amayi ndi abambo ndi chisamaliro cha anthu. If you are just joining us, welcome to Parliament Broadcasting. Today, Thursday, the 23rd of July 2026, and we continue with our live broadcast of the third meeting in the 52nd session of Parliament. Let us take a quick look at today's business in the House according to the order paper. Under general business, we expect the House to tackle questions on notice to ministers for oral replies, and some of the ministries that are expected to take questions are the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Ministry of Transport and Public Works, and the Ministry of Information and Communications Technology. The order paper also indicates that honorable members representing Salima Central West, Mwanza West and Lilongwe Msinja South will raise questions guided by Standing Order 69. We also expect two matters of urgent public importance under Standing Order 14, as well as a question under Standing Order 13. Today being a Private Members Day, as stipulated in the Standing Orders under Private Members Business, we expect a petition and a Private Members Motion. A number of constituency statements are also appearing under Private Members Business. And under Government Business, two ministries are expected to present their ministerial statements. We now cross over to the chamber for today's deliberations. My name is Rachel Gonani. Stay tuned.
Let us pray. Almighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness has appointed the office of the rulers and parliaments for the welfare of society and the just government of the people, we ask you to behold with your abundant favor as your servants whom you have been pleased to call to the performance of this important trust in this land. Let your blessings descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we may treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberation in so just and faithful manner as to promote your peace, honor, and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of this country and of those whose interests you have committed to our charge. Amen.
General business, communication from the chair.
Good morning. Honor members, I have two announcements to make this morning. The first one is on the e-chamber system. As one way of improving security and efficiency of the system, starting from tomorrow, Friday 24th of July 2026, all honorable members will be using passwords which have been specifically designed to enable the members to access and protect their gadgets in the chamber. The use of passwords on the gadgets is restricted to each honorable member to use on his or her designated seat only, according to the seating plan. Honorable members, please do not share your passwords with any of your colleagues. May I therefore appeal to you, honorable members, to use your passwords by logging in whenever you want to use your gadgets and after use. Please remember to log out so that your gadgets are always kept safe and secure. May I also take this opportunity to appeal to the House that if there are some honorable members who missed the training course on the usage of the e-chamber system and they are not yet comfortable with these gadgets, please make special arrangements with our ICT officers to assist you. The system is meant to facilitate our deliberations here in the chamber, and it is user-friendly and modern. The second announcement is that during the Business Committee meeting held on 21st July 2026, the government side reported that they have a number of pending bills to be considered by the August House during this meeting of Parliament. In this regard, I wish to inform the House that consultations are underway on the possibility to extend the meeting of Parliament by 1 week from the House, 1 week for the House to rise on 7th August 2026. During the extended period, the House will prioritize government bills. Meanwhile, the bills have been listed on the notices for appreciation of honorable members, and the relevant parliamentary committees will scrutinize them and submit their reports to this August House whenever the bills are introduced in the House. May I therefore urge all parliamentary committees which will be scrutinizing these bills to be dedicated in their work so that they should produce quality reports to inform our deliberations on these bills. I thank you.
General business, questions or notice to ministers for oral replies.
Thank you. Deputy Leader? You have the floor. Yeah, you have the floor.
Good
Please
morning.
switch off the other one. Yes, thank you.
Good morning, Honorable Speaker and the whole House. You are not the answer with the power. Good morning. Honorable Speaker, I would want to guide the House as follows that we attend to question to the Ministry of Agriculture, Irrigation and Water Development for oral replies. I submit. Honorable Speaker, sir. Thank you. And the question is specifically 124 as appearing on the order paper today.
Honour members, as guided by the Deputy Leader, we now go to questions for oral replies to the Minister of Agriculture, starting with question 124, coming from Palombe Northeast. Palombe Northeast, please confirm. You have the floor. Now, remember, try to switch it off and switch it on again. We seem to be having a technical problem.
Yeah, home.
We seem to have a technical problem. ICT. Remember, try to use the other mic. Let's see. No, it's the same. Honourable member, take your seat while we are trying to resolve. Lilongwe Likuni, I want to try and give you so we can see if it's working that side. I see you got a point of order. Let's try there. Try. No, when you switch it on, don't switch it off. Just leave it on. No, still the same. Yeah, Palombe Northeast, you have the floor.
Right Honorable Speaker, good morning, sir. I rise to confirm that indeed the question number 124 appearing on today's paper under my name is coming from the people of Palombe Northeast. I submit. Thank you.
Thank you, Palombe Northeast. Minister of Agriculture, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable, and good morning. Let me thank the Honorable Member for Palombe Northeast for this question, in which he's asking my ministry to consider urgently constructing a dike along Nampete River. Right Honorable Speaker, my ministry is very much aware that Nampete River has recently experienced serious riverbank damages from excessive erosion and that there are changes in its flowing course in certain areas along the riverbed. Right Honorable Speaker, this is because of the effects of Cyclone Freddy and persistent flooding. The most hit area is the Matawa Trading Center in Group Village Headman Nampinga, where the river has completely changed its normal course and flooding water from the new river course has caused excessive damage to part of the road from Migowi to Paloni that branches from the road at Migowi Trading Center going to Chiringa Trading Center. Right Honorable Speaker, my ministry has constituted a team of our experts in the ministry and a team from the National Water Resources Authority to go and conduct a detailed assessment of the affected areas in liaison with the team from Disaster Risk Management to provide the necessary recommendations and way forward in terms of what can be done. That will determine whether indeed there's need for a dike or other remedial actions that need to be done along this Nampete River. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Thank you very much, our Minister of Agriculture. Lilongwe Likuni, what's gone out of order?
Thank you very much. Right Honorable Speaker, good morning. Thank you for recognizing the great people of Lilongwe Likuni constituency, TM Maliri, TM Bwadalika. Honorable Speaker, we cannot start the business of the day while we have a national issue at hand, national issue, very important. Right Honorable Speaker, the issue of Miss Malawi may seem to be small. It shows how compromised our country is. We bend the procedures. The right person to go to Miss World is Tandi Chisi. Why are we bending this thing? This is the national pride. Let's discuss this. Let's this parliament to read. Tandi Chisi must go. Tandi must go. Tandi must go. Tandi must go.
Lilongwe Likuni, if you feel there's an issue of national importance, you know the procedure. Otherwise, I rule you out with your point of order. Thank you. Let's go to Chikwawa Central with your supplementary question.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker, and good morning. We missed you, sir. Right Honorable Speaker, I would like to ask a supplementary question to the Honorable Minister of Agriculture and Water Development to consider constructing a dike on the stretch in my constituency, that's Ndirande, from Mafale 2, Group Village Gentleman Mafale 2, Group Besta, Group Chabuka, and Group Tizola. This side is on the shore of Shire River. As you are aware, Mr. Speaker, sir, that the waters on the Shire River have gone up, the levels have gone up, and this is affecting this village. As each and every year, there are floods coming from the Shire River. So I wanted the Honorable Minister to consider constructing a dike on this side of my constituency. And lastly, I would also like to ask the Honorable Minister to consider dredging or constructing a dike on the Nkombezi River that is also affecting the villages of Second, Group Village Second, Nyampota, and also Group Heta. That was my questions to the Honorable Minister to consider. I submit, Right Honorable Speaker. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chikwawa Central. Central West. Indeed, Sekeni and Jombo is always a problem. Something needs to be done. I'm sure the minister knows that area very well as well. Rumpi East. You have the floor.
Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker, for recognizing the people of Rumpi East. My supplementary question to the Minister of Agriculture is also to request for construction of a dike along the Malawi South Ruku River and also Chitimba. If you may recall, Honorable Minister, we have had disasters this year. The dike was there, but because of the pressures from the water from the uplands, the dike was smashed early this year. I know from our CDF we might have some funds, but at the meantime, looking at other priorities that we have, it will not be possible to consider for a dike at the moment. That's why through the Traditional Authority Mwamlowe, I'm asking on behalf of the people of Rumbi East. Thank you, I submit.
Thank you, Rumpi East. Let's now go to Karonga Songwe. Karonga Songwe. You have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for recognizing the people of Kalonga Songwe to ask a supplementary question to the Minister of Agriculture. Mr. Speaker, sir, I would like to ask the Minister of Agriculture to consider constructing Kiwi River. The people of Chimalawandu, Chakwera, Kalambo, Principal Goreweta, they're facing a lot of challenges during the rainy season. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Thank you, Karonga Songwe, Minister of Agriculture.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. I would like to thank the member for Chikwawa Central West for his question, where he's asking the Ministry of Irrigation, Water Development, Agriculture, to construct a dike along the Shire River, where some areas are affected because of the changes in the course of the river. Right Honorable Speaker, let me respond by assuring the member from Chikwawa Central West that my ministry will do an assessment to see whether what is required there is indeed a dike or some other kind of remedial action, as I pointed out earlier. Right Honorable Speaker, I also have a question, a supplementary question from Rumpi East, and I would like to thank the member for Rumpi East for that question, where the member is asking the ministry to construct a dike on the South Rikuru River bank, in which case the dike got damaged because of floods. Right Honorable Speaker, I would like to assure the member for Rumpi East that indeed my team will visit the area and make sure that this dike is reconstructed. However, let me encourage the member to make sure that such projects are accommodated under the CDF. Right Honorable Speaker, I beg your pardon because I did not understand very well the question from Karonga Songwe. Because the way I understood it was like he wants the ministry to construct a river, or which,
Honorable Minister, let me ask Karonga Songwe to please repeat your question.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I'm asking the Minister of Agriculture to consider constructing dike along Kiwe River.
Along which river?
Kiwe River.
Kiwe.
Yeah.
A dike along Kiwe River.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank
you. Is that you're through with the question?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Honourable Minister, he wants to ask your ministry to consider the dike on Kiwe River. Over to you. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. I would like to thank the member for Karonga Songwe for his question, where he's asking my ministry to construct a dike along the Kiwe River. As I pointed out earlier, we'll do an assessment, and let me say, Right Honorable Speaker, that these assessments will only determine whether there is need for a dike or some other remedial action. But if there is need for dikes in these areas, the CDF should be used for such projects. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Minister of Agriculture. I see a point of order from Zomba Chikomwe. Yes, Honorable Zomba Chikomwe, you have the floor.
Good morning, Right Honorable Speaker, sir. I think I've got a better point of order and a very important point of order than what was presented later on. Honorable Speaker, on Tuesday, there was a question regarding NFRA, regarding funding for NFRA. And I was delegated by the first Deputy Speaker to investigate the issue, and I went there, and I have a statement which I wanted to ask with your permission to present that statement. With your indulgence, sir.
Yes, please proceed.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker. This is a very important document. I don't know, can I use the podium? It's for the national interest. With your indulgence, sir.
Honorable Chair, the fact that you took over my position in the agriculture, I'll let you use the podium. You may proceed.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Right Honorable Speaker, sir, I would like, through this August, the House, to present a brief on the update of the financial support and the status of funding received by the National Food Reserve Agency, the intended maize procurement program, and the implementation arrangements for the 2026-2027 marketing season. The program is being implemented against the background of focus of possible El Niño conditions during the forthcoming agriculture season, which may adversely affect national food production, household food security in this country. Government has therefore prioritized the early replenishment of the strategic grain reserve to enhance national preparedness and response capacity. Right Honorable Speaker, government financial support. The government of Malawi, through the Ministry of Finance, Economic Planning and Development, has provided 100 billion, and let me emphasize this. The government of Malawi has provided 100 billion to finance the procurement of maize for the strategic grain reserve. The funds are being accessed in tranches as for better cash flow management while ensuring uninterrupted implementation of the procurement exercise. To date, 20 billion has been disbursed into NFRA's account and is financing the commencement of deliveries. And as of yesterday, Mr. Speaker, sir, I was there, trucks were offloading maize. The tranches are as follows. 20 billion has already been dispersed. The second tranche is 40 billion, financing increased deliveries as procurement gathers momentum. And the final tranche will be meeting the peak delivery and payment obligation during the final stages of procurement. The first disbursement arrangement enables prudent liquidity management while ensuring that NFRA has sufficient resources to honor supplier payments as deliveries progress. Government has set a target of replenishing the grain reserve to 217 metric tons ahead of the anticipated El Niño period. NFRA currently holds approximately 62,000 metric tons of maize in stock. And I must put it straight here, this maize was the balance from the Zambian supply which we had last year. Under the current procurement phase, NFRA is purchasing 108 metric tons, which will increase available stocks to approximately 170,000 metric tons upon completion of deliveries. Government is actively mobilizing additional resources to procure remaining approximately 47,000 metric tons required to attain the target stock level of 217,000 metric tons. Procurement program. Following the availability of funding, NFRA conducted a national competitive bidding process in accordance with the Public Procurement and Disposal of Assets Act. The procurement process attracted strong participation from suppliers across the country. And following evaluation, the Procurement and Disposal of Assets Authority granted its no objection for contract awards. Accordingly, 185 supply contracts have been awarded for the supply of 108,000 metric tons of maize at a harmonized price of 900 kwacha per kilogram. The price harmonization aims at sustaining government's macroeconomic efforts at price stabilization and inflation moderation as part of the economic recovery plan. The contracts provide opportunities for both small-scale aggregators and larger commercial suppliers. This will ensure broad participation and facilitate accelerated deliveries. Program implementation. Right Honorable Speaker, sir, suppliers are required to complete deliveries within 3 weeks from the date of contract award. Deliveries will be made directly to designated NFRA depots where every consignment will undergo quality inspection before acceptance into the strategic grain reserve. Payments will be processed promptly upon successful delivery and within 3 days of invoice submission. Right Honorable Speaker, let me emphasize this. Payment will be made within 48 hours. To facilitate rapid deployment of grain in the event of humanitarian need, The 108 metric tons has been strategically distributed for effective positioning across NFRI storage network as follows. Karonga Depot, 51,943 metric tons. Mangochi, 15,429 metric tons. Luchenza, 15,429 metric tons. Nzuzu, 12,343 metric tons. Limbe, 3,600 metric tons. Kazomba in Mzimba, 3,086 metric tons. Bangula, 3,086 metric tons. Karonga, 3,086 metric tons, making a total of 108,000 metric tons. The allocation has been informed by government national preparedness strategy and the need to position stocks close to areas that are likely require rapid humanitarian intervention. Kanengo will serve as the principal strategic reserve, while Mangochi and Luchenza will strengthen coverage for the southern region. Nzuzu and Karonga will support the northern region, with Kazomba, Bangula, and Limbe providing the additional regional response capacity. The phased release of government funding will ensure that sufficient financial resources are available as delivery volumes increase throughout the procurement period, thereby facilitating uninterrupted procurement and timely settlement of suppliers. Expected outcomes. The implementation of the program is expected to, 1, increase strategic grain reserve stocks from approximately 62,000 metric tons to 170,000 metric tons. Significantly strengthen Malawi's preparedness for the anticipated El Niño-induced food security challenges. Thirdly, enhance government's capacity to respond rapidly to humanitarian food requirements during the lean season. Support domestic maize markets through transparent and competitive procurement from local suppliers. In conclusion, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Order.
In conclusion, Mr. Speaker, sir, government has demonstrated a strong commitment to national food security by making 100 billion available for strategic grains reserve replenishment, with 20 billion already received and the remaining 80 billion scheduled for release into further tranches of 440 billion each. As deliveries intensify, NFRI is well positioned to implement the program successfully. The agency remains committed to ensuring that all procurement activities are undertaken transparently, efficiently, and in full compliance with the applicable procurement and public financial management laws, while working towards government's target of restoring the strategic grain reserve to 217 metric tons, in readiness for the anticipated El Niño food security. Finally, Mr. Speaker, sir, allow me to address one issue. In case we want information, Mr. Speaker, sir, this is very, very important. We've had wrong media reports that government has no money, and the government cannot give money to NFRI for the purchase of maize. I want to emphasize this, Honorable Speaker, that the money is with NFRI. And as I was there, trucks were offloading maize. Loads of trucks were offloading maize. So it was a lie to say that government has no money. I also want to address the issue of the media, Right Honorable Speaker. Let the media come for information to the ministry, to the relevant ministries, and get accurate information. The media was awash with lies. I would call them lies. I'm not making a threat to the media, but it's a simple request that whenever they want correct and accurate information, they should consult the relevant ministries responsible. I thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Zomba Chikomwe. Let's have order. Let's have order. I take it. I take it that the Zomba Chikome was sent from this house to go and bring facts, and that's what he has done. I'm not going to allow debate on this. For those who are not satisfied, NFRA is not far. You can go there and verify yourself. Thank you. Salima Central, what's gone out of order?
It's Salima Central West, but
Switch off your mic, Salima Central.
thank you so much. I hope
Are
you
you
recognize me.
yielding the floor to the leader of opposition?
Yes.
I want you to confirm. I gave you the floor. Are you yielding the floor to the leader of opposition?
Yes.
Yes, leader of opposition.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I rise to seek clarification because much as you've alluded to the same fact, listening to the presentation by Chair of Agriculture, sometimes the House is misled. Number one, I wanted to find out whether the member has been appointed into cabinet to speak on behalf of the ministry or any ministry, because all the issues that came out from the presentation, Right Honorable Speaker, is purely something that would have come from ministerial statement from Ministry of Agriculture. And this is a fact. This is a fact. And then, secondary to this, Right Honorable Speaker, there are also issues to do with funding within the presentation of the chair. Is he speaking on behalf of Ministry of Finance? And which standing order and which section within the Public Finance Management Act empowers him to speak like this and make an assurance on behalf of government as if he represents the executive? Right Honorable Speaker, I submit and seek for your guidance.
Leader, let me guide as follows. Then I will come to you, Deputy Leader. I think the issue started from the House, and let me have order. Let me have order. The issue started from here, and the honorable member, being chair of agriculture, had to go and verify, and he was given facts which he has given the House for the sake of information, that people were doubting if maize is really not being bought, or the Ministry of Finance has not released funding for purchase of maize. Government is doing everything possible to make sure that we curb the incoming hunger. And it's important that we got that information. And I've said that those that have issues can bring up the issue separately or go and verify and bring us a different report if you feel that the report that was presented is not 100% accurate. Otherwise, the honorable member is not in cabinet, but maybe one day he will be. As of today, he was talking as a chair of agriculture, and the matter is now closed. Lilongwe Mpenu, what's gone out of order? Salima Central, I will not give you the floor now. You had yielded to the leader of opposition. Maybe later on. Yes, Lilongwe Mpenu.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for granting the people of Lilongwe Mpenu an opportunity to raise a point of order. In the submission coming from the chair of the Agriculture Committee, mention has been made of the fact that 100 billion Malawi kwacha has been made available to NFRA to purchase maize. Mr. Speaker, sir, from the information that this side has, this is not money that is coming from government. This is a loan from FDH. And Mr. Speaker, sir, I would like to get information from the government, because this loan has not passed through this House. And Mr. Speaker, sir, as per procedure, a loan that is given to this institution needs to go through this House. And I wanted to ask our friends on the other side to supply this House, to supply you, Mr. Speaker, sir, with information as to how that loan has been procured. Mr. Speaker, sir, we do appreciate that matters of hunger in this country are matters of warfare for our people. But procedure, this is a house of record and this is a house of procedure. And if a procedure has been flouted, Mr. Speaker, something needs to be done. And as opposition, we will not allow the government side to trample upon procedure, to trample upon the law. I submit, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Lilongwe Mpenu, I'm not allowing debate, but since you stood on a point of order, the Minister of Finance is not here, but I want to assure you that the money, whether it's from FDH or any bank, it is an agreement between that bank and government. And that it's not necessary that those kind of agreements should all come through the House, but the Minister of Finance sees it fit how to deal with those issues. That's why I said, if you have something substantial, you want to bring it, then you know what to use. Use the right procedure and the issue can be debated with your facts. So for now, I rule you out, Honorable Member. I see Minister of Local Government. You have the floor.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. I think this is a house of records, and when we want to politic, we politic on the basis of facts, not only facts, but situations around. We cannot, and I cannot, ascertain to the fact whether it is a loan or not. But as of you highlighted, if it is a loan, it is the government that have gotten that. And the Public Finance Management Act has it. It allows the Minister of Finance to do the same, but the same demands that at an appropriate time, the minister should bring it to Parliament. It does not say before he gets it, it comes to Parliament. It allows the minister, it allows the Minister of Finance. That is why he has brought them to Parliament having already gotten them. We have done that before. And the Minister of Finance, the emeritus, has done that before. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to say, I cannot say the government has borrowed money or not, we don't know. But we have come to Parliament before with the Minister of Finance presenting the papers here for us to note, because the powers are given to the Minister of Finance. So there is no issue here. The honorable member has gone and has verified that the money is there. And that was the question that we had in Parliament. We shouldn't open another debate. That was not on the seat here.
Thank you, Minister of Local Government. As I said, if there's issues, follow the right procedure, then we can debate on those issues. Yes, Deputy Leader.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I feel obliged as a leader of government now to speak on this particular issue and to provide guidance. Is it Lilongwe? Is it, Mr. Speaker, is it Lilongwe, the former SG of that party? What's your seat? What's your seat? What's your seat? Okay. The person, the honorable member who just resumed his seat, need to have these facts that
please, Honorable Deputy Leader, you can address him as Lilongwe Mpenu.
Aha, okay. Honorable Speaker, this is for the benefit of, and I don't think, okay, I needed to say this, but he is a man who is learned. He's been in the banking sector, and I actually appreciate his knowledge. But this is what must be known, that a state-owned company, a state-owned enterprise, like in this case, NFRA, can transact, can borrow from any financial institution, or what it requires is to seek approval from the Secretary to Treasury to proceed if it is a loan. There is no requirement whatsoever that that should come to this House. And again, I would want to just agree with you that the chairperson who spoke here, many may look at him as the chairperson, but it is you, the speaker, who was speaking here, because these committees are headed by you. And it is not right to reflect on the speaker. This side will protect the speaker and will protect its chairs. And that must be recorded. We will protect the speaker, we will protect the chairs of the committees that we have put in place. So the speaker guided and enabled the chair to speak here. We could not say no. And I think that must be stated here. So this is a house of procedure, a house of records. Let's be guided like that. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Leader. We now proceed with questions for oral replies. Deputy Leader, which questions are we tackling?
Okay. Honorable Speaker, sir, I would like to guide as follows, that at this juncture we allow Honorable Minister of Lands just to say something, and then we'll proceed for questions for oral replies to the Minister of Education. I submit for your nod. Thank you very much. It's a simple statement, but it's very, very important. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Thank you. I am also a member. Don't forget, I'm an MP. Don't forget.
Deputy Leader, today being Private Members' Day, Let me also hear the leader of opposition. I see him standing. Maybe we hear his guidance.
Right Honorable Speaker, mine is not guidance per se, but I think this is the House of Records and we need to set information straight and accurate. The deputy leader of the House has actually shared with the House today information that I need to collect. Right Honorable Speaker, the Public Finance Management Act of 2022, Section 28, subsection 1, allows that the Minister of Finance shall not borrow money on behalf of government unless authorized by an act of parliament. Section 28, subsection 3, all loans must be included in the annual budget or approved by a separate Loan Authorization Act passed by Parliament. And Section 40, government can issue guarantee, but even those need Parliament approval. So far, for the 100 billion, which is an equivalent of 54 million US dollars, it should have been either in 2025-26 budget, or it would have been tabled in Parliament as the loan authorization motion with the terms, interest rate, repayment period, and purpose. So I wanted to put this straight. Right Honorable Speaker, I submit.
Thank you, Leader of Opposition. I think I've guided enough on this matter. If there's any issue, follow the right channel and the right procedure and bring it with those facts. Minister of Lands, I hear you got a word or two.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving this opportunity to the Minister of Lands just to address one or two issues. And thank you, my leader here, the deputy leader, for such an opportunity. We have an issue at hand. Many of you maybe have read in the papers, social media, that we have a group of Malawians that is working from Lumpi and Nkatabe, possibly to demonstrate here in Lilongwe due to land issues. The land in question is called Kasasire. This land is owned by the Defense Force. It is the largest area here in Malawi whereby the Defense Force do their trainings. With time, our dear brothers located in this area illegally, and the courts ruled that this is a protected area and such no one should settle there. Being Malawians that are struggling and needed land, they settled and started farming in those areas. But the Defense Force, taking care of the community and needing to take all necessary arrangements in terms of risk assessment and health and safety, they warned us that we have to move these people to maybe a proper settlement. Mr. Speaker, sir, and Malawians, let me bring to attention that as a ministry, together with Minister of Justice, Minister of Defense, we have had meetings to find a better solution on how we can move these people from Kasasire to a relevant place where they can settle. Now, we have had a meeting today morning with the ministers that I've highlighted, and we have settled for a school in the northern region just soon after Tungwe, that those who left Nkatabe yesterday should settle there temporarily, and we have also engaged Dodma to provide all necessary requirements in terms of shelter and food so that our dear brothers should not struggle along the way. The permanent solution to this, Mr. Speaker, sir, is for the Ministry of Lands to find a better settlement so that these disputes, these disagreements with the Ministry of Defense and Lands should be settled for once and for all. Mr. Speaker, sir, let me also bring to attention to all Malawians that our dear President, Professor Peter Mutharika, is watching keenly on what the ministry will do so that Malawians should not suffer, yet we have land that is available for settlement. In due course, Mr. Speaker, sir, my ministry will produce a statement to the public and possibly a ministerial statement when it's necessary. I thank you and I submit.
Thank you, Minister of Lands. Let me encourage you, Honorable Minister of Lands, that if you see it fit, you could also involve our committee so that we are both all working together. Maybe the committee would also want to visit and have facts that Parliament can have in our records. But thank you so much for that information. Deza Kasina, point of order? Are you standing on a point of order? Are you standing as a private member? I'll give you the floor.
Good morning, Right Honorable Speaker. Today, being a private member's day, Mr. Speaker, sir, the Zagasina would like to move a motion that we waive all relevant standing orders using standing order 210, and we go to private member, business item B, private member's motion for Lilongwe Chiwamba constituency. I beg to move, Right Honorable Speaker.
Honorable members, we have a motion that we vary today's order paper in order for us to tackle private members' business, item B. Those of that opinion say aye. Those of the contrary view say no. The ayes have it and the motion is carried. Yes, there's a Kasina. Yeah, there's a Kasina. You were also raising a motion. I think you should bring that motion soon after the item that we are tackling now has been exhausted. Thank you.
Private member's business. B, private member's motion. The honorable member for Lilongwe Chiwamba to move that considering the various challenges encountered in the application of some provisions of the Political Parties Act, number 1 of 2018, this House resolves that a private member's bill which makes amendments to the Political Parties Act in order to address those challenges be introduced in the House.
Thank you. Honorable member for Chiwamba. Yes, may I proceed?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for granting Lilongwe Chiwamba constituency the floor to move a motion. But before I do so, allow me to make a few remarks. Mr. Speaker, sir, the Political Party Act was passed in 2018. The law did not come into operation until the Office of Registrar of Political Parties was established. Mr. Speaker, sir, this motion focuses on Section 41 of the Act and the schedule to the Act made under Section 41, subsection 5, which prohibits handouts. Mr. Speaker, sir, this law was never tested in 2019, the elections, because the regulations under the section were not ready by then.
Honorable member, I thought first of all you should present the motion.
Oh, thank you very much.
As it is in the order paper. And
thank you for your correction, Mr. Speaker, sir. Thank you. I want to present the motion that concerns the various challenges encountering the application of some provision of the Political Party Act number 1 of 2018. This House resolves that a private member's bill which makes amendment to the Political Party Act in order to address the challenges be introduced in this House. I beg to move.
Thank you. Honourable members. You can now expand after you have read the motion.
Thank you. Mr. Speaker, sir, let me thank you once again for granting me again, Lilongwe Chiwamba constituency, the floor to move a motion. But as I said before I do so, let me make a few remarks. Mr. Speaker, led by then. Mr. Speaker, sir, it was therefore during the 2025 general election that this law was tested and found wanting. Mr. Speaker, sir, Lilongwe Chiwamba's constituency observation. The 2025 general elections will go down in history of the most highly regarded elections, and more than 75% of the honorable members in this House have been going through these tasteful and pocketing daily litigations. Mr. Speaker, sir, one of the quality of good law is clarity and ability to reflect the value of the act. And its schedule has been too difficult to apply and have been caused so much confusion. Mr. Speaker, sir, the schedule that gives exemptions to what constitute handouts for giving exemptions to transport and refund to the candidacy interest. The law and the regulations do not clearly state the limit of the constituting interest. Mr. Speaker, sir, the sticky issue is the paying of entertainment. While paying entertainment for entertainment is exemption under the schedule, the act as well as the regulation do not define what constitutes entertainment. Mr. Speaker, sir, when some of us ask the registrar of political parties during the campaign time to clarify as to what constitutes entertainment, he advised that the entertainment refers to payment of public address system only, and any payment to traditional dances or performance of art rally was not exempted, and anyone making such payment was in contravention of the law. Mr. Speaker, sir, another area does not make any sense is the prohibition of making offerings to churches, mosques, or any gathering. Anga kariba jiri pajizangala. Usasube ay. Mr. Speaker, sir, this unconstitutional section, this is unconstitutional. Section 33 of the Constitution of the Republic of Malawi gives everyone everyone, including members of parliament, and any candidates, they like to freely practice their religion. Mr. Speaker, sir, the Bible, even Quran, clearly said that we must give to the Lord cheerfully and not secret, as the law stipulates. This law is bad, controversial, and unconstitutional. Mr. Speaker, sir, these few examples of difficulty it has been to apply this law as experienced in 2025 general election. The section 48 of the Constitution of the Republic of Malawi gives this House mandate to make laws, amend, repeal laws. Today, Mr. Speaker, Lilongwe Chiwamba constituency. Therefore, I beg to move that consider the various challenges encountered in the application of some provision of the Political Party Act number 1 of 2018. This House resolves that a private member bill which makes amendment to the Political Party Act in order to address these challenges be introduced in this House. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and my honorable fellow members. Thank you. I beg to move.
Thank you. Thank you, Lilongwe Chiwamba. Any member, honor member to second? Choro Tegerani, are you rising to second the motion? You have the floor.
Thank you so much, the Right Honorable Speaker, sir, for granting this floor to the people of Choro Tegerani to second this motion that has been ably presented by my honorable friend, Lilongwe Chiwamba. Right Honorable Speaker, sir, as highlighted by Lilongwe Chiwamba, the Political Parties Act, particularly Section 41, was passed in 2028. Was passed in 2018 in a very hurry way, without consideration of our social, cultural, and political context. No wonder the implementation of this law has been very chaotic, because laws do not operate in a vacuum, Right Honorable Speaker, sir. They operate in a society with norms, traditions, and values. Right Honorable Speaker, sir, Section 41 and its accompanying schedule, Section 41, subsection 5, and the regulations lack a clarity on a number of issues, including what constitutes a candidate delegation entitled to transport refund, why traditional dances are not part of entertainment, Right Honorable Speaker, sir, deserving payment, and why candidates, the contesting candidates or their agents, cannot fully enjoy their constitutional rights freely, expressing their faith through offerings and other forms of giving. Right Honorable Speaker, sir, as the mover has already alluded to, Section 48, subsection 1 of our Constitution of Republic of Malawi vests all legislative powers in this House, and this includes making laws, amending laws, repealing laws, and even suspending laws. Right Honorable Speaker, sir, with these remarks, I therefore beg to second the motion on the floor, ably moved by Lilongwe Liwamba, that section 41 of the Political Parties Act be reviewed and amended. Right Honorable Speaker, sir, I second this motion. Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker, sir.
Thank you, Choro Tekerani. I'll take a few takers. I see Deza Mayani. You have the floor.
Mr. Speaker, sir, thank you very much for recognizing the people of Deza Mayani and the people from Senior Chief Chairman, Senior Chief Tambala to take part in the debate on the motion that has just been presented by the people of Chiwamba constituency. Mr. Speaker, sir, I really support the motion because any law that we pass in this House has to be passed without what is called in English, without ambiguity. To put that word in Chichewa, Mr. Speaker, sir, lamulo likadusa mnyumba ino likuyenera kukhala losazunguza nkamvekedwe kake. So that's this law is ambiguous. It is a law that when you look at it, you start to wonder to say, wow, what did we do as a parliament when we were passing this law? But the challenge is actually in the regulation, not in the law itself, because it's the regulation which are trying to describe what handouts are. Imagine, Mr. Speaker, sir, that at times you help the family by carrying a dead body to that village. And if they announce that it is the shadow or the honorable member who has an ambulance is the one who has assisted us, that can be interpreted as a handout. This is our tradition. We thank people who have helped us when we are in need. Why should it now turn into a handout at such moment? I think this law, with that ambiguity, we really needed to review it and do the needful to what is required of it. Otherwise, it will also save much of the money from the court cases. Because if you look critically, Mr. Speaker, sir, much of the court cases which have existed during the last elections are actually emanating from this same law. And if we continue into that route, Mr. Speaker, sir, you shall find out of the 229 MPs in the next election, about 129 cases will arise, more than 50%. Because people will now have their phone cameras and everything just to make sure that when the family thanks you for giving them some help even during a funeral, that becomes an issue. It has also bring confusion when it comes to offerings even to churches. Imagine if somebody says, we received a donation from a certain donor of 500,000, and another donor has donated 500,000. How will you know that we are discussing about what you have given to them? Maybe there were 3 of you who have given 500,000, and somebody has hidden the other 500,000. So it brings a lot of confusion. So we totally support the people of Chiwamba to make sure that this law needs a review because it has been tested. We couldn't argue more before 2025 before it was tested. So it has been tested in an election, and now we see what has been happening with it. And that's why laws are there, have to be progressive, so that when you see something is not working as how it was intended, it has to be reviewed. People of Deza Mayan and Senior Chief Tambala totally support the motion. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. And let me also use this opportunity to the leader of the House, though it's not in the motion, but because I may not have another chance, we ask the leader of the House for a grader for Mayan Road, and the contractor is there. Thank you very much.
Dezamayani, thank you. Rumpi West.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for giving an opportunity to Rumpi West. I would like to thank the mover of the motion with submission, but Rumpi West would like to present the following facts for consideration. One, the issue of handout is good. The law was very good because it made sure people who have no money but have ability to deliver participate in the political stream. What has changed now, because the same people who are proposing the amendment of the law are the ones who brought the law in this House. Mr. Speaker, sir, I need protection. I need protection because if they have money, they have hidden the money to use to buy people than deliver. I, on behalf of the few Malawians who think like me, the handout law is good. What it requires is the subsidiary legislation need to explain the limits and take consideration of the of the concerns, not removing it. People now, they will live delivering in their constituencies. They will just keep money, wait for 2030 and buy people. We don't need that country. President has said they want to see this country moving. We can't be keeping monies to buy people to put us in power. We have to show our ability to change Malawi. We have to show that we are delivering what Malawians want, not taking advantage of the poor because we have monies that we have obtained them illegally. Rumpi West doesn't subscribe to buying of votes. Rumpi West doesn't subscribe of stealing government money and waiting for 2030, bulldozing them into the people, buying them. No. Let's look at the subsidiary registration. Let's take the issues that we can't be changing the laws each and every time we wake up. It means our committees are not doing a good job. Look at the electoral problems that we had. We passed a law and we came back a few days later to review the law. We passed a law before elections. When we were passing it, we celebrated that this is a good law. This parliament, Mr. Speaker, sir, was called, and it was called back after parliament has been dissolved to look at the law that we passed it wrongly. We need to look at the subsidiary decisions. We have people who don't have money, but they can lead in our constituencies or in political streams. Let them have a fair play. We don't have to use money to convince people to love us. Let's do what the people want. If we can't deliver, people will vote us back, but we don't have to use the money to buy people's hearts. People want the roads. If you look at the money that were spent on Malawi, it could have built the Rumpinyika road. If you had looked at the money they were sharing, the 50,000 kwacha to an individual, they could have built the Rumpinyika road. Rumpi West will not be part and parcel of changing the laws we needed to suit our desires. If we are genius enough, if we have the money, Let's help the people now. They will love us in 2030. I submit.
Thank you. Rumpi West. Lilongwe Pirilongwe. You have the floor.
Thank you very much. Right Honorable Speaker, so it's called Lilongwe Pirilanjus. Pirilanjus.
Pirilanjus, yes.
Yeah, Right Honorable Speaker.
Lilongwe Pirilanjus, thank you.
And I want to sincerely thank you for granting me the floor so I can contribute to the debate on the floor regarding the motion. And I think from the outset, it's very important for us to understand what the motion is talking about. The motion that has been ably presented by Lilongwe Chiwamba is actually trying to ask this House to allow him to present a bill after comprehensively reviewing the Political Parties Act, specifically Section 41 and its schedule, Section 41(5), as well as even the regulations, because the regulations are also part of the law. I want Mr. Speaker, sir, to agree with the move of the motion that this law needs to be reviewed for a number of reasons. By the way, Mr. Speaker, sir, as it is in its current form, especially the regulations, this law cannot be enforced. I will explain why. As the mover said, this law was passed in 2018. And I remember it was Honorable Tembe that time who presented the bill right here. That time, Mr. Speaker, sir, I was part of that cohort. And so were your deputy speakers. That time we were young boys, and the second deputy speaker was a little girl that time. But we were part of that cohort that passed this bill. And I recall that even as we are passing this law, it was as controversial as it is today. In fact, at that time, it was not really like a government bill. The substance of it was that it was a private bill because it was being championed and sponsored by CMD, Center for Multi-Party Democracy. At that time, it was being led by Mr. Denhan. It was a very controversial law across the aisle, Mr. Speaker, sir. Now, when we passed the law, we thought that regulations would be promulgated so that they could provide finer details of the law. Unfortunately, Mr. Speaker, sir, when these regulations were promulgated in 2023, they never came to this House, and it was for a reason. Because when Mr. Dendhani and his CMT team were in Salima doing consultations on this controversial law, my committee then, you remember, Mr. Speaker, sir, I was your chairperson in Legal Affairs Committee in 2023. My committee then, Mr. Speaker, sir, was quite apprehensive, didn't really want to approve these regulations because they were controversial. And what CMD did was to avoid laying those regulations on the table here. Those regulations were never laid here by the Honorable Minister of Justice then, Mr. Honorable Mvalo, because they knew that the regulations were very controversial as the Act itself. Now, Mr. Speaker, sir, according to procedure, Standing Order 159 is very clear that your committee, the Legal Affairs Committee, is responsible for scrutinizing, for approving, and even disapproving regulations that are laid on the table here. And that is why every time the minister of any ministry lays down subsidiary legislation here before you, you refer them to the Legal Affairs Committee, because that's what the law requires. The idea is Section 58 of the Constitution is very clear that much as the powers to promulgate subsidiary legislation are delegated to the MDAs,
to promulgate legislation, subsidiary legislations under acts, but the powers, legislative powers, are vested in this House. And that is Section 48. That vests all legislative powers in this House, including those subsidiary legislation. That's why when the MDAs prepare those legislation, they come here so that Legal Affairs Committee approves, and Legal Affairs Committee does that on behalf of the House. Should Legal Affairs Committee do anything contrary to the wish of the House has powers to adopt the report or not to adopt the report. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, the regulations of this act, this section 41, were never laid down in this House. This House never approved those regulations. And those regulations are null and void. Because this House, that is vested with all legislative powers, according to Section 48 of the Constitution, did not approve these regulations. Mr. Speaker, sir, that time we remember I was a chair, and I was a very vigilant chair. You would agree with me, no one will speak good of that committee or the exploits of that committee without the mention of yours truly. And that is not to sound any braggadocious, Mr. Speaker, sir, but that is a fact. We never approved those regulations. Now, Mr. Speaker, sir, there is a ruling, by the way. There's a ruling by Justice Kenyatta that regulations that are not approved by this House, they are null and void. It's a ruling by Honorable Justice Kenyatta of the High Court. Because those regulations are supposed to be approved by this House. Why? Because the Constitution is clear that all legislative powers are vested in this House, and regulations or subsidiary legislation are part of the legislation. Now, Mr. Speaker, sir, as I conclude, I just want to echo what the mover of the motion says. Any good law, Mr. Speaker, sir, is supposed to be clear. There has to be clarity. He has cited a number of areas where the law is not in white and black. The law should not have some shades of gray. Not at all. The law has to be in white or black so that its implementation is so simple. This law, Mr. Speaker, sir, is not. For example, the issue of entourage is not clearly defined. What constitutes an entourage of a candidate or the agent of the candidate? It's not clear. You know, the issue of entertainment. I remember myself asked Mr. Denhan that what is it that we can pay in entertainment? And the response was only PA system. Are we really sure? So when the chopper guys dance during a rally, we cannot give them a token because to be against the law? Here in the central region, when now Gule Wankuru, dance, we cannot give them anything. When Vimbuza dance, we cannot give them anything. It doesn't make sense, Mr. Speaker, sir. It doesn't make sense because the other quality of a good law is that it has to reflect the values of the society. Because the law does not operate in a vacuum. The law operates in a society with norms, with culture, with traditions. And so there is no way we can stop giving a token to Azimaya Chintari when they dance in our rallies. We are lying to ourselves. The issue of giving Kumariro. I mean, all of us do give condolences here. Everyone here, we give condolences. And it is actually regarded as... Should be deemed as... No, it doesn't make sense. The issue of church, he cited a very good example, Section 33, that gives every Malawian freedom of religion. It's a fundamental right to express one's faith the way they want. And for us, in Christianity, Mr. Speaker, sir, we are told to cheerfully give in church. Even during the paper Sundays, you cannot give secretly. You can't give Nicodemus. It's not allowed. You need to give joyfully to the Lord. That's what our faith demands of us. You understand? Now, a law cannot tell us not to give to church because that's against the Constitution, Mr. Speaker, sir. So as I said in my preamble, As we speak now, this law is null and void. It cannot be enforced, Mr. Speaker, sir. It cannot. It can never be enforced. Apart from the ruling, the case law, the ruling of Justice Kenyatta, that the regulations that were supposed to give clarity to this law are null and void. Mr. Speaker, sir, this law cannot be enforced. It can't be. So, because we have the powers, according to Section 48 of the Constitution, we can amend the law. We can make the laws. And we're not saying we should repeal the law. No. But it has to be comprehensively reviewed so that whatever comes out of the chamber is a law that is good. Is a law that can be enforced and implemented. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, sir. Thank you. And by the way, Mr. Speaker, sir, as we consider that, we can also suspend this law as it is being comprehensively reviewed so that we have a proper work done when the honourable member brings the bill, if this House allows him. Because as we speak now, this law is just something that can be enforced. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Thank you, Lilongwe Piriranjuzi. At this stage, I think the honourable member was only seeking authority to bring the bill to the House. And more talk and more debate can happen after the bill has been presented. But I want to agree with you as one of the members of that committee then. In fact, there was a lot of issues with this law. So I'm happy that it is now being presented back as a bill, and then we as members can guide with all the information that we have. Let me ask Zimba South. I see you rising. Yes, you have the floor.
Through you, Mr. Speaker, as per your guidance, we still have time to debate. Therefore, I beg to move that debate be curtailed so that the mover can finish up the mover can finish up. Thank you. The next step. Thank you. I beg to move.
Thank you, Zimba South. Honour members, we have a motion. The motion is that we curtail debate in order to allow the mover to wind up the debate. Those of that opinion say aye. Those of the contrary view say no. The ayes have it and the motion is carried. Yes, Lilongwe Chiwamba, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, sir. I would like to thank everyone who spoke in support of the motion. In the English word, one is a good turn deserves another. Kachichewa kage, kachipandeka tereka makuma kwendera. Nakamena kuti mwendo mbuzi utsata mtope. Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to move that considering various challenges encountered in the application of some of provisions of the Political Party Act number 1 of 2018, this House resolves that the private member bills which makes amendment to the Political Party Act in order to address these challenges be introduced in this House. Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to move. Thank you.
Honorable Lilongwe Chiwamba, before I put the question, what was that Mwambi again?
Mr. Speaker, sir, allow me to clarify in Chichewa. Pamene inu muli ndi khola la mbuzi, inenso ndili ndi khola la mbuzi. Ndidziwa ine nkapha yanga ndidzakupatsani, inunso mukadzapha yanu mudzandipatsa. That's why I'm saying mwendo mbuzi utsata mtope. Timapereka kukuliso mtope wa mbuzi. Mtope ndi manyi ya mbuzi. Zikoma kwambiri.
Thank you. Honourable members, we have a motion so that the House should adopt the motion. The motion, as brought by Lilongwe Chiwamba, is that considering the various challenges encountered in the application of some provisions of the Political Parties Act, number 1 of 2018, this House resolves that a private member's bill which makes amendments to Political Parties Act in order to address these challenges be introduced in this House. Those of that opinion say aye. Those of the contrary view say no. I, I want to take that one again. I'm not too sure. Honourable members, I now put the question. Those of that opinion say aye. Those of the contrary view say no. The noes have it and the motion is not carried. Honourable members, it's now 11:22. I suspend the House for health break and will be back. Honourable members, before I suspend the House for health break, I've got an announcement. We have members in our members' lounge on top. Members, visitors coming from Likoma Island Festival Group. Honourable member for Likoma Island, are you in the house? Yes. We have members of the Likoma Island Festival Group. Please stand. We want to welcome you to Parliament, and I hope you're enjoying the day. Honourable members, let's support our brothers there. They have tickets. So please, they're here looking for our support, but also they're here to support us as Parliament. So thank you so much, Likoma Island, for bringing us our guests. Do you want to say something? Yes, Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Just to notify the House, on 15th to 18th October, we have Rikoma Cultural Festival taking place. In this event, we'll showcase the culture of Rikoma, the food we eat. You know, Rikoma produced the first neurosurgeon for the country, the first pathologist for this country, the first female doctor for this country were from Rikoma. So you need to go and taste the food of Rikoma, which can also make you the first in something. So would like to ask you to buy the tickets. Some might be afraid of traveling to say there's no jet. Government has provided the finances. Motor engine is on their way to the island to complete the jet, so you can dock properly. And again, Professor Bingo Mtarika constructed an airport for us, so there are also planes which go to the island. So you're welcome to use any of these methods of transport. The event is taking place from 15th to 18th October, so you can even have your Mother's Day celebration on the island. So the tickets are available. We can help you in any way.
Please don't, when you go to heaven, you say heaven is beautiful, but Jesus will ask you, have you been to Likoma? Because you can't say heaven is beautiful when you haven't been to Likoma. So welcome to Likoma in October.
Thank you, Likoma Island, and also our Deputy Minister of Health. Thank you so much. Our festival group, you may take a seat. Honourable members, we also have guests. These are teachers from different schools coming from Zimba Southwest. They are 25 in number. Please stand, our teachers. You're doing a great job, and we pray for you always. Welcome to Parliament, and I hope you're enjoying the day. You can wave at us, our teachers. Let me ask Zimba Southwest. Right, Honorable? Thank you for bringing us our teachers. Do you want to say something to the teachers? You have the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, sir. Any politician given a floor like this cannot let it pass. Through you, sir, let me thank my teachers from my constituency for the good and noble work that they are doing. And in this, I'm actually extending it to all teachers in this country, because what they are doing to educate our students is something that cannot go unnoticed. Deputy Speaker, Mr. Speaker, sir, some of these teachers are actually teaching in very, very difficult areas, hard to reach areas, and they are meeting a lot of challenges, but they are dedicated because their job is more or less like a calling. So to this particular day, that teachers from Zimba Southwest are here, they are only not representing Zimba Southwest, but they are representing this country. Let me thank honorable members for welcoming them. To you, sir, keep on being a very good speaker, because there are very, very few speakers would give an opportunity when a visitor comes into this. My last word, you, sir, and all of us are invited to Mzimba on the 5th to 8th, where we are going to celebrate Umutheto. And you know what it is, Mr. Speaker, sir, when you are coming, be assured of eating zamkati. That is special meat. And after you eat zamkati, then the carcass, you take it back to where you are coming from. That is our tradition. So you are welcome, so too members of parliament. With these remarks, I thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, our senior, Right Honorable. And we also want to thank you for making sure that you have brought the teachers to see Parliament. We are used to seeing chiefs, but today is different. And it's a lesson you are teaching all of us that indeed we need to appreciate our teachers for the role they are playing in our country. So thank you so much for that. As for the invitation, I'll wait for the Minister of Local Government. If he's coming, he will take me to come with him so that we have Zankati together. Thank you so much. Honourable members, it's now 11:28. I suspend the House for health break and will be back at 12:09. At 12 o'clock, House suspended.